good at kind of hyper carrying, I suppose, in the current meta than Yunara, who has a bit more ability to jump forwards and be aggressive. Zaya can actually, you know, ult the Viol, which is
it was important.
Kind of
the Rek'Sai ult.
Sorry to hear that.
Got hit by a smooth patch notes history. They could end him. They could end him.
That's very clever, Sam. Break the lane dominance of Showmaker. I think the damage has already been somewhat done. Xiaohu, if he clears out this wave, might get a good first back. Showmaker might also kill Xiaohu, though.
Oh, there's the change. Second set of chains. Flash. Oh, nearly. He's going to go for the solo and gets it.
He gets himself the solo kill. He will be dead. Lucid is importantly saved.
Right, and I think there's something to that. You can clearly see the broadcast having a lot of fun with it as well, which is always good fun. Namely by the fact we've got Godguo in it.
Yeah, Godguo. Love that guy. Don't know what I'd do without him, Sam. The cricket's great. Blake's doing well in this matchup so far. Does have the level 6 that can follow through. Flashes to flash over. Can't quite do so. He flashed out of that. Could have been out. Getting stuck on songs is...
Yeah, it's genuine. I've earwormed off a song I don't remember.
Much easier to do when you spend like a month of casting time.
Very true.
Showmaker trying to join up with Lucid. Tian and Chris will walk down towards him, make sure they're not pin signals.
Goes forward with the Ethereal Chains, has the Sigil of Malice coming on down as well, which is a great ability name, by the way. I do like that.
It used to be the Sigil of Silence, of course, until the silence was removed in Season 5, I want to say. It was that you were silenced for about a second and a half.
I will say, as a game
smoldering silently underneath the ground.
Grrr.
Tian's down on the bot side. Shu does have flash, does have ult. You can go unstoppable with the ult. What does he choose to do? That's a melee range Q, which is cancelled out. Shu, who's taken aggro? Is anyone just yet? That's a lot of damage. Uses the repudiation, flashes out. Light does have the ult to follow. Doesn't need to. No flashes used by Weibo to get the kill.
Lucid has to flash out from the tower at the other side as Xiaohu turns up and threatens with the shockwave.
I'm so sorry. Went for that dive. So what tools do we have? Go on. So I'm doing both now. So the implications that plays actually leads over the bot side.
What did you think I was about to do after talking about that?
Of course it was for jungle Rek'Sai. Yeah. Well, it was way before top lane Rek'Sai.
It was.
Root onto Shi, doesn't have flash or ult, which means the CC chain lands.
They get a fair amount of damage down. Light will Lacathian Rain.
Showmaker's a player which I've seen getting memed on saying, wow, I'm comparing you to Showmaker and that's a bad thing. And it felt really weird seeing, god damn, it's close to killing Shi.
Whoa! Repudiation shield was important. Over they go with the Void Assault. Gonna look for the angle on in. Nice flash to make sure that the Q still lands. Flash away from aiming. The Wild Growth comes on through. Is it enough to keep aiming in one piece? It will be, because unfortunately for Breed, the flash will not allow him to get in close range enough to get the Q heal.
And that's the value of Lulu.
While bot side, she was forced to back away, and Light will be getting that first turret as well. Nicely done, at the very least, on the other side to get some value there. But for aiming and barrel, Summoner's blown, Ultimate's blown. But in the end, Survival was found. Aiming does need to be a little wary of that Umbo, but Lucid now coming on over. Wait, Breathe can get really angry and go underground, beginning to heal a bit. There's a Cataclysm, the Umbaro means nothing. The turret falls. Lucid has dropped aggro.
Clearly, he was not angry enough.
Yeah, he just needs to be more angry.
Also fair and having playmaking opportunities.
I think Showmaker could potentially be quite scary on a side lane. There's the attempted escape with the distortion and a mimic version of it, but well played by Crisp, who reads it spot on and gets the kill on the show.
LeBlanc in the side lane. Crisp manages to do it. They'll go towards the Herald after it. Another route on the barrel, actually. Crisp getting some good value here.
Indeed, that's some good Nico play. Crisp has been a fairly solid Nico player, has to be said. Xiaohu looking for an angle, but there's the Cataclysm going on through. The flag and drag is just wide and loose.
Oh, no!
Xiaohu, boy, that one wasn't fantastic. And now aiming will pull the feathers back, but it's kind of just a bit of flair and not a lot of fury. A little polymorph comes on through. Briefly try for Crisp. Oh, no, aiming gets it with a last bit of proc from someone. I think it's from the help picks is what actually does it. That was what the particle in the air looked like it was going to do, as aiming continues to take aim and fire forwards, flash on forwards for the Dragon Strike.
It's a miss.
Through those out.
I mean, how many people have been killed all in all? Is that 3 for 2 total?
Yes.
Showmaker died.
Oh. I don't know where he was trying to flash, but he kind of flashed in place, by the way, which was slightly unfortunate. Started the game by getting a cool solo kill onto Xiaohu, who has now done some unfortunate flash mechanics.
That is a word for it. That is a word. He's going to say it's Ming the Merciless. Flash. Gordon's alive.
Yeah.
And you know,
which would have been great for me.
So, however, okay, worth noting, top tier reference, great. Problem with that, no one knows what Flash Gordon is anymore besides the Queen song.
But I think if I just got a cast who was willing to go Flash, it would have worked.
Dunk into the mid lane. Lucid going in, going out, Light following him.
Instinct is wonderful. Lucid gets Wild Growth, stays alive for a second or two. The Cataclysm Rain continues to fly, but there's a feather pull, and Birds of a Feather will slay Kai'Sa together. Nice pick up there, but overcomes Breed. Flash knock up with the Unburrow. Aiming goes to the sky, but unfortunately will come down like a wounded ox, not a bird. They're trying to get some more damage. Kaiser, no, Rek'Sai, that's the name of the champion, my god, it's been a little while. We'll still manage to get a double kill there under the turret. Gets turned into a little kitty cat, courtesy of the polymorph. She was trying to trade out under the turret. Someone misses the command attack, but it doesn't matter as Crisp gets the kill.
Luckily, Crisp has been very on point with his routes instead today. Weibo have taken an awesome fight there. He's currently 2-1-3, and actually full stack Magi, Rod of Ages and Horizon Focus. He's doing pretty well in terms of gold value down this game. Another inner turret killed. She were ulting away from under tower.
Does get a perfect execution on down, but here comes the cease and desist. The shockwave after onto 2, Beryl a little bit low, the pop blossom after, and it's a brutalization from Weibo Gaming. What a nice wombo.
Yeah, DK just getting destroyed by Weibo as they look for aggressive angles. The shockwave finds 2 this time. Breathe will teleport into mid lane to save that turret potentially too. The Titanic Hydra does give some wave clear to Aiming, trying to take it down before the wave clear comes through. Does the inhibitor turret fall in the bot lane too? I didn't actually see that. I believe it does. In a turret finally taken by Aiming.
I was second-guessing myself, and I was right. Anyway, Rek'Sai ability names are completely fine. I want to go double-check, guys. It's been a little while since I've had to cast a lot of Rek'Sai. It's been kind of off and on in the LPL, and Breathe has become a complete menace here.
He followed through the ults.
Follow through onto Showmaker, who doesn't escape with the blast code. Ethereal Chains might just be enough to get Showmaker out to safety.
Tagged him with the Q, man, he could follow with the ult, couldn't quite get. Now we see if Weibo can make it work around the other can't. Late contest from Weibo, will they be here in time?
Lucid's got flash, got flag and drag, can look to get in here, but not going to be given the opportunity. The route is long enough to prevent him from getting in. And that means that Atakan is secured by the side of Weibo Gaming. She'll be looking for a flank angle, as is Showmaker. They want to get a kill here, as the Vault Breaker was charged up but not followed through on Aiming. Looking for an angle on the other side. They are corralling this. They want this fight.
TN charging up the Q. Shockwave catches one in the back. Lucid goes forward. Aiming, starting to put the feathers in.
Unfortunately for Shiwu, he goes down, and Divide follows with the cease and desist. Goes on down. Showmaker in the backside. Doesn't kill a brief. Light goes back in with a killer instinct. Begins to make the Acathian rain come on down, and it is full of pain and fury. Beryl trying to put his way away. A little bit of whimsy in the face of a very angry policewoman. Vault Breaker comes on down, looking to get in range for a little bit more damage. The Glitterlance slows 2. Reset from Light, who decides, yeah, I'm not following this. What as Beryl continues on his hackety sack through. The one person who's not in the Cataclysm was in fact Light, who then got to play at the back end of that fight very cleanly. Levels higher than the Ambassador, by the way.
That helps because the Atakan, of course, but damn, he's been doing well at that, hasn't he?
Yes, Lucid, maybe a little less Lucid shortly as he gets hit by a really large mining glove. Turns out that hurts quite a lot, and goodbye job. And Aiming does get a decent feather ball. Out comes the public execution, and TM will likely die. Oh, nice flash of Burrow. Killer instinct, pop blossom, every button press, and Weibo will combo down DK. They're playing 2xKO over here.
Crisp is having
my first day of LEC casting ever.
Oh, yeah, the perfect game.
I managed to absolutely curse Wonder Forever. The Shockwave was solid. The Wild Growth keeps people alive for a second. But the shield's back, come on through. And now the Killer Instinct, and they need to run away. DK are just out of damage. Void Assault forwards. And that will be a very dead Beryl. Maybe not quite with the redemption. Aiming, however, is the next port of call. A Vault Breaker away, deciding a little bit too dangerous to dive the tier 2.
Every time DK look for a little bit of damage, Weibo just slap them with the big ultimates. They are so much better equipped to deal with the big grouped up team fights. Weibo now almost 10,000 gold ahead as Down are getting kind of smashed. Baron will go over, and Weibo get a clean control of this game.
And I remember we were saying, look, not sure how easy it's going to be to deal with Aiming this game with the Lulu behind him, with all of the dive into Azaya can be tricky, and then we did.
That was a big thing about the Gen.G team, the super team of 2023. Whenever Ruler was in trouble, he'd go into like Azonya's on the Kaiser or Zaya ultimate, and then the Nico ult would come in, and then something like the Shockwave would come in, or whatever they had available to them. That's the kind of gameplay I'm expecting. Is to introduce God Guo, the cricket predictor, to the world. Everything else is completely decorative. We respect, love, and adore our green god, the cricket Guo.
Indeed. Oh, in comes the Cataclysm, but Light just doesn't care currently. She will ult onto Light, who has only now lost half his HP, to say, Shiwu, you don't win this. I will blast you with my Q, and does, aiming down at half HP. Void Seeker lands on Lucid, which allows a Killer Instinct! And the Acathian Rain disintegrates what remains of Lucid. Stopwatch from Chris prevents the kill from Showmaker, who gets shockwaved, and then the Wild Growth will not be enough to keep them alive. And Dplus KIA are about to get blown into the next game, and we'll need to reset after this one.
Weibo have been so consistently good at finding the slapback in the fights. Breathal tunnel forwards, 4.5 thousand gold ahead of Shiwu. You might die on the Nexus, but I think he doesn't really care too much. Nexus exposed. Dplus KIA destroyed by Weibo in game 1.
Weibo were flatlined by Gen.G, bounce back and get a solid Game 1 victory versus Dplus. Very
needs to be wary rather of the miasma coming out from Showmaker. Not a bad comp from DK. You've got some decent lane matchups for them to make it really work. But I have to say, I haven't seen consistent success from the Cassiopeia over the Rise.
I was chatting to a couple mid laners, so Errol was in chat the other day.
Oh, cool.
And he was saying, look, it's good for the 1v1, but the moment it becomes a 2v2,
Level
it's
1.
harder. Nice little angle from Breathe. Is on the Cassante. Gets some Turbo Strike part 1. Part 2 coming up shortly. The cripple will force the flash because the slow would have been dangerous.
Okay. No damage onto Breathe. Does Showmaker get himself any poke across it? He started with the E, interestingly, not the Q. Sometimes he do. Actually, I'm not sure.
Across as well. And Noxious Blast can't find it onto Sharon. They just have to give it up. It's solid pathing right now from Lucid, though it hasn't led to a massive camp advantages yet. Nice little look in there.
Flash out from aiming. Tien, so he's actually a level up on Lucid. How the heck did that happen?
Skull Crab, I think.
There you go. That one helps. So Tien, a little bit up in XP, does have the smite. Doesn't get it.
Doesn't. That puts Lucid back at level 4 now. Tien in danger. Needs to be able to get out of this. Well, got the flash. Maybe asked to burn it. The miasma's available. Gets the shield from the safeguard. The Iron Will. He's just dead. There's no way to go. Doesn't want to blow the flash.
He's just dead. Loses the smite fight. The level 4 comes through. The extra stats help. And Showmaker was there first. Great team plan from Dplus to get ahead of Tien here. Now Tien, first death of the game in the Lee Sin. You really hate to see that. And Lucid managing to get one better on Tien.
For all of us EU fans, that means something. Xiaohu's now making a roam down towards the bot side, though. Aiming and Barrel are not going to be threatened there as he just stops and recalls in the tri-brush instead.
He has a teleport. The thing is, though, if he doesn't recall now, he'll lose most of his wave. I think, hang on, I say that. He will be losing a wave for aiming doesn't have flash, though. Combo onto him.
There's the Pulverize coming on in. The knockup's flying. Crisp desperately low for it, though. Lucid now here. This gets interesting. Beryl does get to battle dance out to safety. Flash over the wall from like, who doesn't quite get it? The whip becomes landing just shy and end up being a 2-for-1.
Oh, so close. Lucid makes it down all out, and topside who hits the level 6 first.
Reed looking to get another pullback here. Shu in danger, wants to be aware of that potential angle for the Unturbo Strikes part 3. Does get it, but
some of them are fantastic, right? I guess I'm obligated to say all of them are fantastic. They're great players, these LPL players. But as a team, I think DK... Oh, hang on a second. Q lands.
As a team, they're going to get a kill onto Beryl, apparently. Yeah, you're about to glaze the LCK in front of my stream. Okay, they do actually just go to after it.
It is a 1-for-1. It is actually jungle for squad.
As Lucid is now on the Dragon. Breathe is coming over. This would strictly be a 1 versus 3. This is bold. He's now making that a 1 versus 4. Overcomes Crisp and Xiao. We've got a fight on our hands as Breathe just walks in menacingly and helps him get a kill.
He didn't even have all out. He's flashing over. Showmaker might go to flash to you all out.
There we go. He's got a miasma to work with. We'll try and get the petrifying gaze, but it's well managed by Breathe. He's going to force the flash out of Showmaker. Beryl now body blocking Crisp, getting more slows. Won't look for another part of the Untofo strikes.
Hang on,
looking. Why have we got the other side?
Alistair's going around the other side. Light's being dove up here. Does have the barrier, but Shu has the damage.
He does not quite well on the last auto. Showmaker doing his best. A double pulverized knockup. They get a kill for Tien. That's nice value. Beryl with the grand entrance will get the knockup, trying to battle dance away. Lucid is here. It's a 3v4 between 2 turrets. What is going on? I refuse to believe this is a real professional game in an international tournament.
It's a shooting gallery for aiming who keeps hitting Q, stacking up the Conqueror. Beryl goes down again. The fight intensifies.
Untofo strikes a wild. Tien's got a double. Now aiming's in danger. Has to arcane shift away, and Weibo Gaming come out tops.
We have 10 kills in 8 minutes.
Who's now 1,000 gold up because he's 2-0-4. And Tien, after a slightly difficult early start to the game, is now 3-2-1.
Yeah, Tien gave him a 2-kill lead just, to hang on a second. He hops.
He just hops forward. Tien! They're going to have to flash away, but there's a potential to just drag and rage him into someone's wall. Trying to get the kill. There's the Q. Resonating strike brings down the Ezreal. Showmaker now roaming Crisp behind him. How aggressively do they want to play this?
Beryl tries to body block, but the Rakan just becomes a cudgel to beat him over the head with. God Guo is on both teams, so therefore it was a 4v5. Xiao has the... Hang on, he's got the Realm Walk. Can go down towards bot side. Showmaker doesn't have flash.
Looks to make sure they back. Oh, that's a wonderful step back. Headbutted into the wall. Pulverize. Overloads come flying on through, and Rise ensures that the audio is EQ'd perfectly.
Xiao who turns kick up Warthog forward. Aiming still had no flash, and just kicks him in the face.
Very lovely. Back to life we go. Tien now is, by the way, 5-2.
Did you know that Tien was 2019 Finals MVP for winning the tournament final 2019 Worlds? This is a great play for Weibo. They got the numbers in advantage.
Goes jumping on forwards. Lucid will throw down the crescent guard, but I don't know what it's guarding aside from a minor moment in time. TP behind. Aiming needs to find some value. Barrel thrown down the quickness. They have killed off the core kick. That's
Breathe.
not bad. Xiao has got to get over the wall. Does pick the timing for the flash pretty good. EQs continue to fly. Overloads and spell fluxes are good, but now people are in a weird location. Aiming has not got flash. Does have barrier. Showmaker getting through a fair number of twin fights. Hang on, they've got a bush bait.
Good turnaround there from DK. They were the ones that brought the numbers there. I don't think this is a bush spray. I think it will just dissolve here. Tien doesn't have that much HP. He needs to heal off of the blue buff. Dragon is getting started. DK, good fight back from there.
Zhao, who does have teleport, is quite low, is instead going topside, so I think they are just giving this up. Saw two members sticky in the bush, and then you can see Weibo is calling it off as we were talking about it. As you were rightly saying, Tien just needed a bit more HP to work with.
Light got charmed. He tried to dash into the crescent. Breathe.
Breathe.
Aiming. I mean, he can maybe ult someone over the wall.
He's got a redemption on top of his head, so Aiming just gets the kill.
That was massive hopium. He can't ult someone over the wall. Instead, he just walks up and dies. And now, folks, it's 13 minutes again. And we have 15 kills. We're still over the kill-a-minute margin.
Wait, is it the next one up? Challenger number 3, Tien of the 1v4.
Lights coming down.
Going for the TikTok reel. Lucid starts getting the knock-up for the 3 talent strike. And Challenger number 3 falls. Light now in the 1v4. Looking to get to value. Xiao's turned up, but it's not an even 1v4 anymore. That's very unfair to Dplus KIA. And instead, Lucid is looking very discombobulated. Shiwu will try and execute the turret, and Crisp is going, get over here. Eat the horns.
Crisp deserves that. He's had a great series so far. Massively well. Xiaohu, middling, probably. I wouldn't say was the main problem with Weibo. He definitely wasn't the solution on the other side. Xiaohu now is doing fantastic work. Aiming, walking forwards towards Tien. Barrel, he's actually in a little bit of threat here, you know?
There's the Conqueror stack. That means, actually, I wonder whether Tien could just take this, because he's got the Conqueror stacked already. He's going to force at least an ult there.
Nice, Crisp comboed up with him. The Alistair. Even if there's no other good item, I will still not pick Everfrost.
I seem to recall you saying that Everfrost was good if you played towards it.
Fake news. Barrel's getting started by DK. It'll be finished off here.
Okay, well, you know what? That's fine. So I think it would be fake news, because wasn't he the guy you said was quite good at the Everfrost Ari, Alex? Was that right on?
Ooh, stops the recall. Lucid does have flash.
Mind's telling no, but his body is telling him, yeah, I'm going to try and get the kick into the wall. That's okay, but then the Grand Entrance comes on through. Redemption's flying everywhere you can. Look, Lucid, again, is looking a little bit concussed here. Will try and dash around with an audacious charge, but unfortunately for him, Tien is significantly more audacious by virtue of being blind and still beating consistently inconsistent. Now, we've now gotten to the inconsistent part. The moment we thought they were bad, they've become good. Which now means because we believe in them, they are about to in pretty short order. Xiaohu might be doing a bit of that really soon.
Barrel decided to become very fast and pops the quickness.
Was he? Because he got slowed down by the rune press. Miserable. Yeah, now bot side looking to get on top of Shiwu.
I think actually kill this. This is a 2-item Lee Sin, by the way.
In the mid lane, though, that means the Lee Sin with all of that gold is not there. They're going to look for the engage. The Petrifying Gaze hits absolutely no one. And Showmaker now realized he might be turning into Snake Blood Wine. Out comes the Crescent Guard, trying to get some value on in the CC everywhere you can. Look, and Weibo are the merchants of it. Aiming tries to hop on forward, looking for something. Can't kill Light, who flashes on out. And Weibo win everywhere you can. Look, Tien's still chasing this Rumble.
Tien hopping over. Shiwu has no flash. Now get kicked back into the team.
Gets some value onto him. There's the Pulverize afterwards, alongside a headbutt, and they will ensure that Shiwu can find nobody on his way to the mid lane.
DK just line up into the spell flux of Xiaohu. They try and take a fight as Tien is bot side, knowing that the Lee Sin isn't there, but they flub the engage. Xiaohu gets the spell flux. That will get them the dragon, a ton of gold. I think they get the mid lane outer turret too. So all the hard work which DK did in the setup for this dragon, getting the outer turret of Weibo and managing to set up in advance, it's just been completely ripped out of the hands. This is a 7, very much the same in that kind of levels. Atacon's been started, Atacon flip available.
I can smell the burgers. We are flipping, but I feel like Weibo Gaming may have done a decent job of going to a good restaurant here. Food service is excellent, and they come away with an Atacon burger. Lovely! And they'll pick up an appetizer on top of it. All is Shiwu. Can they find the rest of the damn feast? DK on the retreat. Dplus KIA must find a way out of this, but they end up losing.
That's why Chris went in on the timing which he did. He didn't want to give Lucid away into the Atacon kind of area. Yeah. Breathe is really looking quite scary now at 2 items. About to get the Muramana from Light. He's been stacking up for a little while. And god damn, this Rise is 5-0-10. Xiaohu is turning back time here.
He's doing some brutal work. There's Cassiopeia stuck down 40 CS, because one of the issues with Cassiopeia is you don't side lane very well.
To 11 right now.
Oh,
Xiao, who's currently 3 levels up because the Rod of Age is coming through. Chris popping the cleanse aggressively in front of them, unlocking his next thing from the spellbook. Inner turret gone. The gold lead will go over the 9,000 barrier, I think, with that.
Cleanse myself of your presence. Be gone from this place.
Is that a quote, or is that just imposing?
Okay. That it's an initialized quote.
Oh, I'll keep that in mind, Sam.
There you go.
I won. I might do. I won. I could. I won. Smashed. NIP won, but really, should they have? And now Weibo are genuinely smashing down one. There's a lot of people heading up towards Breeze. Xiao, who could teleport up. I think he might just be dead on the miasma.
Flash away. Pathmaker for the tank. He doesn't get out. Okay, now a potential turnaround as Crisp comes on forward. Headbutts away Lucid. That was going to get knocked up nonetheless, though, by the Grand Entrance. Throws down his ultimate. Begins to run away. Heal as well. Overcomes Light. Crisp is actually quite damn tanky. Flashes away from the quickness. Barrel's gone quite deep. Ends up being a little bit messy there from Weibo, but no one importantly dies. Hang on, Root Prison, though, is going to make things tricky as Tien gets it. Doesn't quite get the kill, but Rakan becomes Wings. Not sure what sauce they're frying him in, but I'm sure it's damn tasty. Realm Warp comes on forward. The Room Prison again. Do not pass go. Lucid. Do not pick 300 gold. He's recalling, getting out of there. He doesn't want to take the fight. Aiming, looking to land.
Lucid.
And then I'm turn around with the Petrifying Gaze. Lucid trying to get onto Xiao, who goes golden. Crisp now looking for a headbutt. Pulverize gets it. Aiming still free firing, but not really finding much value outside of a kill on Crisp.
She was spotted in the tri-burst there. Light, does he have a flash and a barrier? He does. Can he use either of them to escape? A lot of damage. Almost takes down Aiming. Takes down his enemy AD carry.
She was gone afterwards as Tien will ensure that the resonating strike breaks the mech apart.
Weibo have been such good team fighters and skirmishers. Walk up into River where he died, but besides that, he's been really, really clean. Hard to choose an MVP from this. Xiaohu's been great, Light's been great. I think Crest was an awesome. One more coming through, might see another fight coming through.
Who's coming from the realm? It's the Rise, who's going to make sure that everyone else starts sinking. Grand Entrance comes on through, Beryl will put down a quickness, but again, we've said, you're a little bit outdated, your motor's slow.
Shimu did a flank teleport, and it was seen completely, so now he is completely behind enemy line. Bloody hell, Xiao. Yeah, he is currently 4,000 gold ahead of the Cassiopeia. That's a pretty penny he is ahead.
He does quite a lot of damage. There we go. He's just going to yell.
I'm just saying, like, this matchup has a certain amount of animosity, not animosity, but rivalry in it too. Remember, folks, this is the team, Weibo, that knocked out DK from Worlds 2024 last year. Equalizer coming through.
Not the most value. Baron secured, and now the rest of Dplus KIA maybe turning into a D-. And I don't think that's a passing grade, guys. Xiaohu has not got a flash. He's just going to clear out that ward.
Damn, that's actually really good. I can't even complain. Tien get a little damage onto him from aiming, but aiming, he's just too far behind the curve. He hasn't reached his third item yet, going towards the Shojin. Doesn't have it just yet, whereas Light is very comfortably ahead of him.
Still running away.
Shiwu is still retreating.
It's Rumble, not Rambo. Wrong name.
Well, he's not going to be in this jungle fight as they go into it. Tien dodges
back. Beautiful. The blind monk stares not into Medusa's face. Name him Perseus. As the snake, the myth is decapitated. Grand Entrance comes on through, but unfortunately they're not allowed to stay very long. Shiwu's hex-gated over. He'll get hit by the sonic wave, but they've got to know he's around.
Blindness is no impairment against this smelly enemy, so says Lee Sin. Not really sure what they smell like, but I'm not even going to speculate. Xiaohu walks into Shiwu, goes golden, can aiming pick up the kill.
Yeah, we all know that Huntrix just went platinum, and that means golden goes better. Aiming now in danger himself. The tossair's on his head, and he gets blown up as well.
The crosshairs on the iron sights have just been going awry this time. Weibo smashed Dplus KIA from out of nowhere.
The moment you stop believing in them, Weibo Gaming bounce right back. The quantum superposition of teams and success. Weibo Gaming dismantle Dplus KIA 2-0, and it ain't even close.
Weibo Gaming consistently inconsistent, rear their heads and beat down the team they knocked out of Worlds previously. Weibo